We need the acapella version.
Please feel free.
Welcome to the PodChamp Podcast, the cast where we share with you what we've noticed in streaming, gaming news, and internet culture over the last week. This week, the PodChamp Podcast stars Radioactive Starfish, Giga, Rux, and I'm your host, Quigabyte. In today's cast, we have announcements from both TwitchCon 2018 and BlizzCon 2018, a little information about Mixer Season 2, and the Twitch Prime November games. So stay tuned for the most interesting conversation you have heard all day, because it's PodChamp Podcast time. I feel like I should actually start the music after I say that. You know, it's like boom, and then music. But there you go.
It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah. So before we jump into our topics today, let's see what the Pod Champions have been up to over the past week. And Giga, you're at the top of my list today.
Oh, hey. Well, as far as games go, I've played one, so I'm gonna talk about this one. I played Alan Wake because I've been wanting to do it for a spoop stream on Halloween, and it was really good. I'm just like 7 years late to the party.
Hey man, that's okay.
Everybody's been saying that it was an awesome game for like the last 7 years, but I had to wait 7 years and buy it on sale for like $3 on Steam to discover it. So yeah, if you haven't played it yet, please guys go buy it because it's awesome.
Oh man, that's cool. How about you, Rux?
Oh, I've literally just playing Formula 1 2018 because I've literally spent the last year just hammering games, and I'm just like, I need a rest.
Nice. Have you made pole position yet?
Obviously. Like, who do you take me for?
I don't know. You might be terrible at the game. You might enjoy it, but you might be terrible. I'm not one to judge, Rux. Yeah.
I haven't really found a game that I'd say I'm terrible at. Like,
wow! Wow! Excuse me. Excuse me.
No, isn't like I'm one of those people that will pick up a game and will be good at it, but I won't get great at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll just stay at a consistent, good level.
Nice. How about you, Starfish?
Well,
I
bet you're all going to be really shocked at my answer.
Have you been playing WoW?
I have been playing WoW.
Wow.
And we've been playing a little bit on the demo for the WoW vanilla thing. So that's
nice.
kind of interesting I say go back to, kind of. But we never really played during vanilla. Like, we picked it up during Burning Crusade. So, which was the second expansion, or the first expansion after the original. So we never really played the vanilla sort of patch that's on the demo right now, and it's very interesting to go back to because it's like the first thing I picked up because my main is Hunter, so that's what I rolled on the demo, and God, my pet doesn't know how to pet. Like, the AI is totally crazy compared to modern games. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing.
And of course you have been busy at TwitchCon with me.
I
so-
was at TwitchCon, not
was she
this
now?
week, but last week. Yeah.
But last week, yeah. So that was fun. Nothing too crazy happened really that I can think of, but we met a lot of really cool people and went to a lot of cool panels and drank a lot of beer and had a lot of food as you do.
That's what it's all about.
Accidentally stalked some people.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, we bumped into this one streamer, Sir Lee, just bumped into him on day 0 and then kept bumping into him throughout the whole convention. It was kind of funny.
every day.
We'd go to a random meetup and there he is, or we'd go to a bar and there he is. So
Nice.
And then another group of people we met at a restaurant, and we didn't know.
oh,
everybody
that
we
was
were meeting
funny.
there.
Yeah.
So we went up to some people in Twitch hoodies and said, "Hey, are you with the group we're supposed to be meeting?" And they were like, "No. Hope your friends get here," all that stuff. And then the next day at the airport, here at home, not in San Jose,
Right.
here, we run into that same group of people.
Yeah, we were waiting to pick up our
We
luggage.
followed them home.
Yeah,
Wow.
waiting to pick up our luggage, and they came over to us and said, "Are you the guys who came up to us in the Korean restaurant?" Yes, we are. So that was interesting. Yeah, so that was TwitchCon, and then I was going to say for me, apart from playing WoW, I have played something else apart from Hearthstone too. I've been playing No Man's Sky a little bit actually.
Oh.
I put about 10 hours into No Man's Sky over the past few days. And it's interesting. I wouldn't say it's a great game, but
It's a better game.
it is a better game than it used to be, as I understand. I never played it before the last few days, but I've been enjoying it. I kind of just enjoy exploring and wandering around new environments and finding new things and all that kind of stuff. And then I think it was yesterday or the day before, I actually figured out how to build bases. So now I'm building
Nice.
bases. So,
That's pretty important.
yeah. So I don't know if it's going to hold my attention, but it was on sale. So
So yeah, I was gonna say, what price point did you get it at?
yeah, I think it was, I don't know, $25, something like that.
Okay.
Which is
Oh,
still
that's pretty good because
yeah.
it's 60 in Steam
Yeah,
Store right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a pretty good
And that's
special.
a lot.
yeah.
A lot for something that people are
So
not
so you
that
never
excited
tried
about.
it before the
No.
quote unquote rework, right?
No, I never did. No.
Okay. That's that's not a bad thing. That's really not a bad thing.
Good. Yeah, so I'm enjoying it. So we'll see if it holds my attention any further. But yeah, I put about 10 hours into it. So it's been something of a different distraction from World of Warcraft.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. So let's go on to our main presentation. So we'll start with the TwitchCon 2018 announcements. And Starfish and I were reading these from the line to get into TwitchCon. So
Okay,
Again,
right?
again,
sad face.
yeah.
How many times did you read them?
Right. We were in line for about 3 hours to get into the convention center on the first day. It was kind of crazy, but yeah. So we definitely missed that by about 2 hours. But yeah. So let's look at what the announcements were. So the first one here I have is Twitch Sings, and I'm sure we're all super excited for this.
Hell yeah.
So a karaoke game from Harmonix, who did Rock Band as well. They did have a booth at TwitchCon where people
Did
could
you
go.
try
in.
it? Please
We
tell me
did
you
not.
tried it.
We did not try it, although
Wow.
They offered.
I
The
was
very-
I was waiting for a video announcement or something of you trying it
The-
out. but,
The
I
very
didn't try
first thing you saw when you walked into the
Expo Hall.
expo hall, thank you, is the Twitch Sings booth. And the first thing, as soon as we walked into the expo hall, they tried really hard to hand me.
Yeah.
I was like, "You don't want that. None of us want that."
Wow, that sounds awful in a way.
Yeah. Right.
You just line up for 3 hours, come in, karaoke.
See.
Anyway, people really want to play out their tune, you know.
Yeah.
What I think is going to be interesting is that since it's integrated with streams, you're supposed to be able to do duets with viewers, and I don't know how they deal with the stream delay on that, or if you have to like go into a Discord call or something to make it work.
I don't know.
Yeah, it might be built into the software though, into the actual game.
How would you build in a stream delay?
No. But I mean, if you guys were doing it together, you both have the software open and connect to like a session or something.
Oh, maybe. I don't know how that works.
You know how we're gonna have to find out.
You're
doing that on stream, Giga?
we're gonna have to do PodChamp Podcast karaoke at some point.
Oh God,
we
nobody
could.
wants that.
We could. I think Rux is up for it. I think I heard him say yes. I want to do it.
You know what? I'll do it if you do it.
Oh shit!
Oh man,
that's a challenge. That's a challenge.
Oh boy,
I'll do it for sure. I don't mind. I've never backed away from making myself look like an idiot. Why stop now?
I think my singing's equivalent to a banshee, so
yeah. So this could be real fun.
When they didn't say any. I was reading about it a little earlier. They didn't say any release date or anything, right?
I think it's sometime 2019.
I mean,
if I remember right.
Yeah.
I think basically all of this stuff is sometime.
Yeah, I was gonna say they were. Yeah, they didn't get into specifics. Okay.
Yeah, I was just Googling it to try and see if I could find it, but I didn't see anything. Yeah, so that was the first thing. Number 2, and this is the one that I thought was a little more exciting.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so Twitch Squad Stream. And I hate to even compare it to multi-Twitch because it's so much...
It's more.
Yeah. It's integrated. And I chatted to one of the Twitch employees about this one for a few minutes, and just to kind of get some of the details on how it actually works. So I was curious, for example, how does chat work? If you have multiple streams and the viewers can select which of the streams they're going to watch through the little thumbnails at the bottom. And for those who haven't seen it, just to explain. So you pick the streamers that join the squad. Underneath the stream is little thumbnails of each of the streams. And you can click and it'll just... Very slick, really nice interface. It'll just switch the video feed across to whichever one you click on. So I was asking the question, well, how does it handle chat then? Is everybody merged into a single chat? Or how does that work? And they said that no, what actually happens is not only does it switch the video feed, it actually switches the chat feed too. So you switch from chat to chat as you select who it is. Yeah. So it's kind of their MVP approach, and I was asking why they did that, and they said, well, number one, they wanted to keep it as simple as possible for the first implementation. And when they were playing around with different designs of how this would work, one of the problems they encountered was, well, how if all the chats are merged into one, how do we handle moderators and different subscribers and all this kind of stuff? So for the moment, their thought was, let's keep it simple. Let's switch the chat as you switch the video feed. Now, one thing I was kind of thinking, and I don't know if anyone's going to do this, but what if you streamed, if a single streamer wanted to stream on multiple channels just to give their viewers the ability to switch the view that they're viewing your stream on? I thought
Wait, what?
Okay, so obviously this is designed for different streamers streaming on individual channels, right? Yeah. But I was thinking someone could get creative, right, and have multiple computers streaming 2 different channels, one person streaming to multiple channels, so that then effectively their viewers would be selecting which camera they want to watch from or which angle they want to see live.
So, like, you would get, like, 3 other people on 3 different computers to...
No, I'm saying,
No, just one person, multiple camera angles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now, I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but...
I highly doubt you could.
And it would be a lot of bandwidth, but I was thinking someone creative probably will.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
You could try.
But anyway...
I don't think you'll be like able to do that as a feature, but it could be interesting for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's not. It wouldn't be really a feature so much as abusing the system to be able to do that. But aside from that, I'm just really excited in general for this feature. I think it's going to be really neat.
That's going to be really good, especially like I'm just thinking like of all the co-op games you're going to be streaming the different perspectives of people playing it. Like I know The Walking Dead is coming out in 2 days. Overkill's The Walking Dead, so it's 4 players, so people are going to be able to see the different angles of the teams, and it's really good. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting too. I think for competitive squad-based games too. For sure. Oops, Gadzooks got timed out. Sorry, buddy. Every week we say we'll fix that bot, and we never do.
It's. I mean, even for when we do PodChamp plays, it's gonna be fun to have the different angles.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
You can't do more than 4, I think, though. Right?
No, it's just 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a good start for sure. Pretty exciting. All right. This one, super minor feature, but the cumulative subs and badges, I don't know whether you guys caught that announcement, but basically today, if you miss a month, your streak gets reset the next time you resubscribe to a particular broadcaster on Twitch. As I understand, that's going to be changed so that your badge and your streak, it's not really a streak now, it's the cumulative number of months that you've been subscribed for. So
yeah.
I heard that it's just 2 different numbers.
Just 2 different numbers.
And I can't say the word because I'm tired.
Cumulative.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that would make sense, Rox. I think you're probably right.
Yeah, sure. It's not a big difference, but why not?
I know it's something that people have been asking for, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
the small things in life.
Yeah, we were about 3/4 of the way through the line when that got announced. I remember that.
That's what you remember. You were so happy to be almost through with the line that you remember the cumulative.
That's right. Yep. This next one here. So Snapchat filters extension. I'm not particularly excited for this, but I guess some people find it cool. I guess the cool part about it is dynamic, situation aware, so you can have the Snapchat filter change depending on what happened. For example, if someone just subbed, you can have the Snapchat filter change. This is actually kind of interesting because it's something that I think it's Streamlabs currently have an extension to do. I think it's Streamlabs, where the like face mask thing comes on. Because I think Anchor was doing that on one of her recent streams.
Wait, what? What was she doing on there? I missed that part. Sorry.
No, I was saying so. This Snapchat filter extension that Twitch announced, basically puts Snapchat filters on your face, but it's situation aware, so it can change if you've just got a subscriber.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's actually something. It sounds very similar to something, and I believe it's Streamlabs have done that Anchor was recently testing out, where when you, and I think it's donation based for Streamlabs, when you donate, you can pick the mask that the streamer will get when your donation goes through.
Oh, yeah. It's I think it's a feature in Slubs, right?
Yeah, I think it's Streamlabs.
I think I saw that, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, obviously this sounds a little more extensive than that. I did find it interesting that Twitch announced basically a Snapchat filter, and it is through Snapchat as part of this. But yeah, interesting. Let's see, what else did we have announced? So we had a new highlight editor announced. This one I'm actually a little bit hyped about. Especially for PodChamp. So today, the highlight editor, for those folks who are streamers and have used the highlight editor, it's very, very basic, and you can basically pick the start time and the end time of the highlight. And that can be the entire stream, or it can be half of it, or it can be 1 minute. It really doesn't matter. But you can't say, I want to do from this time to this time, excluding this time in between. The new highlight editor will allow you to do that. So it'll allow you to actually basically chop up the stream and create a true highlight of things that happened during your stream, which I'm super hyped for, actually.
Yeah, all strung together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a video editor.
Basically.
It's a normal video editor that, like, I don't know why it wasn't like there's some parts of like your stream or whatever the highlight you're trying to create, you're not gonna want, like, if there's a slow time of like 20 minutes where there's nothing happening, and like you want this part and this part, you're gonna want to cut it. So why wasn't like the platform on which you're streaming allowing you to do that, to promote your stream on the said platform you're streaming? So I'm super excited for it. It's like you said, finally, it's a good feature, but
and I think it'll play well into and I forget what the name of the feature is, where you can as you're streaming, you can type into chat, right, and put markers in to say, hey, this was something I wanted to highlight.
Yeah.
Are they called markers, or are they called something else? I forget.
I don't know, but
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it should, because I was thinking about that, actually as a streamer, being able to just put those in. Hey, this was an interesting moment. Hopefully, those will show up in the highlight editor so that you can use those as indications as to where you might want to highlight things. So stream markers. Okay, Anchor is in chat here and thinks I'm correct. All right. And then they also announced some new channel moderation tools. So being able to see the history of messages a user has sent, the number of bans they've received, the number of timeouts, and moderators are able to leave comments on a user for other moderators to read.
So you can say why someone's banned. And other people will know why they were banned when they ask later and say, I was banned for no reason. Will you unban me?
This sounds like personal experience.
I mean,
that's just I don't know. I don't know why anybody could be against that. That's just some good mod tools that they finally added.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to see all their logs, right? All their
So
Twitch
I'm
logs,
interested to see how that's going to actually work and how that's going to look. If there's going to be like a tool, like in your dashboard somewhere where you can pick a user and then just see the entire log. I don't know how that's going to work, but because go ahead.
Wouldn't it be like where you just ban someone and then you give them the reason why they're banned, and that would just appear?
Yeah, I don't know, because today, and I'm not sure whether this is an extension or whether this is part of Twitch, but when I click on someone's name, as a moderator, I can see their chat messages from this session, but I can't see their chat messages from previous sessions. So I don't know whether there's gonna be a way to see the entire log, or like you said, Rux, if it's just gonna be comments of, hey.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But sorry, execution, but that's very ironic that you got banned for that specific setting. Come on, Nightbot. Yeah, we need to fix our bot for the next week.
Oh yeah, you can also make people VIP now. So
yes, and good catch, Rux. I don't have that in here. Rux was just talking about that you can now make people VIP, and I'm trying to remember the feature, but as I understand, it's a way of recognizing people, right? Instead of having to give them mod, because sometimes people give people mod as a form of recognition.
Yeah.
So I think they get a badge. Is that right, Rux? Like a VIP badge or something?
Yeah, at the moment.
Okay.
They might change it a bit.
The most difficult part about that is the people who've been giving mod out as like, oh, you're like an OG follower or whatever for ever, and it's kind of hard to roll that back and say, Yeah, but you're not really actively modding, so now you're a VIP. So
Why are
I
you a
think
mod
that
again?
might be a little bit difficult, but
All right.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's another thing too. Was there anything else that I missed? Anyone as far as things that Twitch announced during TwitchCon?
nothing comes to mind.
I think these are the biggest taglines for sure.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, seeing as we've covered TwitchCon, let's take a little look at BlizzCon. I've got a couple slides for BlizzCon because I couldn't quite fit Overwatch onto this slide too.
Yeah.
And I wanted some sweet pictures of Ash. We'll get to that in a minute.
I'm sure you did.
So BlizzCon 2018 announcements. There was some interesting stuff here. And some controversial stuff, we'll put it that way. But starting off, the surprise, and I don't think anybody expected this, was Warcraft 3 Reforged. So I guess it's fully remastered from the ground up, all new models and cutscenes. And as I heard, I think it was this morning, that there's about 3 hours of cutscenes that they've basically remade from scratch. And honestly, I am hyped for this. I already purchased it.
Did you really?
I did. I went out like day one and did the
Wow.
pre-purchase. So
I'm pretty hyped too for this one. I played a lot of Warcraft 3. I'm gonna play the remastered version for sure. Didn't buy it yet though, but I'll play it for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really excited for it actually because I didn't play the original one, but I like World of Warcraft so much that it's going to be so fun to go back and see where it started.
yeah, and they do have a noob mode, an easy mode, so that you can just kind of play it to get the story and the cutscenes. So
Yeah.
so that's pretty exciting. And it's been so long since I played Warcraft 3. I mean, I know it was an RTS, but I know it was a little different from your traditional kind of Command and Conquer style RTS. More kind of character driven, I believe. So
Yeah, it's been like 10 years for me too. So. I don't think I've played it past like 2006, 2007, something like that.
yeah.
So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Mr. Bai says he bought it too, so that's cool. And then the other, not really big announcement, but more details, World of Warcraft Classic. So if you did have the BlizzCon virtual ticket, you are now able to download the demo for World of Warcraft Classic. Starfish and I both downloaded it and played about an hour's worth because initially you were only able to play an hour at a time.
They have removed the time constraint now.
Yeah. So they've removed that time constraint now. You only get access to one zone, and it's super limited.
One for Alliance and one for Horde.
Right. So you get Barons for Horde and Westfall for Alliance. And it's they announced that the full release for the game is sometime in summer 2019. And that the surprising part, at least for me, is that it's going to be included as part of the regular WoW subscription. So you won't have to pay any extra for it. It's just included in your subscription. So
Cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. It's kind of funny because Quick got my download started and all of that for me, and we played through some of it, and then I was ready to go back to normal production. Wow, I couldn't figure out how to do it. I had to text him and say, "How do I switch it back?"
I was downstairs watching TV, and I get this text, and it says, "How do I play normal WoW?" And I said, "Normal WoW is cancelled. Classic only from now."
Well, yeah. Yeah, can't go back.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
gotta embrace the classic.
You know what confuses me about World of Warcraft Classic? Where do they go in the future with it?
Yeah.
Well,
It's
that's
like-
kind of a question, isn't it?
So what they're going to do? Release the updates?
Actually, I
Oh,
think, yeah. No, it's a really good question. And I kind of think they are going to do that because it sounded like they were going to roll out raids as they go. Progressively. So
what happens when they reach the other, fucking oh, my brain's died, expansions. And then everyone's like, oh, we want WoW Classic 2 back.
Right.
And then they just do it again.
Yeah. What would be actually pretty cool is if they, because right now I think they have like 30 servers set up for Classic. If they had different servers running different patch levels and they progressed, right? So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting question because to your point, Rux, I mean, do they then have a what was the first expansion called again? I forgot.
Burning Crusade.
Thank you. Do they have a Burning Crusade server, right? Because do they get up to that point and people want to play the game as it was during Burning Crusade? So it's pretty interesting. I don't know. So
because like the first few expansions changed a lot in
Yes.
Warcraft.
Yeah, and it could get really complex if they keep going that way.
Because it's just like, where do you stop? Because if
Right.
you just stop before the first expansion, then have fun doing
Right.
anything.
yeah, so I don't know the answer, and it's going to be interesting to see how they do handle that. And you know, having played the demo of Classic, I'm sure I'll put some time into it, but I don't know that will be something that I'll replace regular WoW with, the current version.
I think it depends if they just want to make it a standalone thing, or if they just want to make it like a novelty product,
Mm-hmm.
like game wise. Like if they would just want to use it for like novelty, then they won't do anything with it. They'll just be like, play WoW how it used to be when no one cared.
Yeah. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see how many people play Classic, and I think they did exactly the right thing by including it as part of the WoW subscription, because that helps them from multiple points of view. They're able to use people who, so if there's someone who just wants to play Classic, then they have to buy a WoW subscription. So that helps them from their WoW numbers. So they can include those in their total numbers because there's no difference. You subscribe. And that can be used also for funding and all that kind of good stuff. And then they don't have to worry about the hassle of, wait, they only have access to this versus this. I think they did it the right way, honestly. And people who just want to play Classic may end up playing the regular game too. So, yeah. All right, well, moving on to something that was a little more controversial. Just a little bit. Diablo. Yeah, Diablo Immortal. So,
Yay.
announced mobile-only game, iOS and Android, developed by, I guess, NetEase and Blizzard together. I think it primarily NetEase, though, really. And a lot of people weren't happy about it. I mean, I think a lot of people went a little over the top with their negative responses.
Twitter had a meltdown after that announcement. Like
Right.
a full-on 2-year-old toddler baby meltdown.
Pretty much. I mean, Blizzard have responded to some of the criticism. You know, we've got multiple Diablo teams working on multiple Diablo projects, and that remains true. And then I like the second little quote here. We hope our fans understand what we're saying when we say that. Because I think they're trying to announce something without announcing anything.
Man, it was awesome that dude in the Q&A got his 15 seconds of fame
Right.
by asking if it was a April Fool joke. What an idiot.
Yeah, right. I mean, I get the frustration, that, especially you're think about a lot of the people who are going to BlizzCon, people, hardcore Blizzard gamers or PC, a lot of them, going to be PC primarily gamers. They're there, they love Diablo, they want Diablo 4. That's what they're there to hear. Now, they were kind of briefed ahead of time by Blizzard that basically we weren't going to announce Diablo 4. They said it without saying that, but that's basically what they said.
Yeah, there's and every time there's something like that happening, I slightly hate gamers more and more every time, but it's something to not like the direction of a game or not want it to be what you were expecting. It's another thing to shit on somebody's work,
right?
When just because of that.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things people could have asked. There's so many, like, you could have asked, why go in the direction of mobile? What do you think this will bring to the universe of Diablo? What are you expecting to gain from this new platform? But just asking, hey, is PC in the works for this game? No. Hey, is this a joke? No. Okay.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
if you want to have a discussion about it, it's something. If you just want to whine like you're 3 years old, it's another one.
Oh. Not
That
to say,
said,
yeah.
I was far more expecting something like a Diablo Reforged than a Warcraft Reforged.
Yeah.
And to be honest, so Execution in chat, I kind of agree with what he's saying is, okay, to announce that we're going to have this mobile game, this Diablo Immortal, which might be a fantastic game for all I know. Honestly, the video clips and the screenshots look great. I'm not a big mobile game player, and probably my phone wouldn't play this game based on how cool it looks. But why not tease something? If you really are working on it, just tease a 10-second clip of something, some concept art of Diablo 4, maybe,
Yeah, we're also talking about a company though that pays a lot of attentions to details, right? They do a game that is gonna last for 10 years plus. So I highly doubt people would be like Inker said. I highly doubt people would even be content with that. Like if they just released a 30 seconds teaser of Diablo 4 and just left it at that.
It
I don't
depends,
know.
though. Imagine if you showed like a 15-second trailer of Diablo 4 and then you're just like, Diablo Mobile. I think that'd actually make people more angry.
Exactly.
But like people have said, you can't please everyone. When like Overwatch was announced, everyone was like, "Oh, it's just gonna be like TF2 but crap."
Yeah.
And now look at it now.
Yeah. And like people have to understand too, on a business standpoint, for any game studios, like, because the first complaint basically was like, it's for the money, because there's going to be microtransactions. Like, that's not even, there's going to be microtransactions. It's okay for a studio to make money. It allows them, like, Overwatch was a risk. It was a new IP. It was something they never did before. It's okay to have a game that's letting them make money to take risks in the future. I really don't see a problem with it, and I don't see like why people are so stuck up on it. I know people were expecting more, including myself. I'm probably not gonna be the target demographic for this game. So but I don't hate the announcement as much as a lot of people do. So yeah,
I don't hate it at all. Like the way I see it is they're experimenting. They'll probably learn something from it, regardless. It might make other games better.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, so I don't get the big backlash of it all. I really don't. Like they said, they even said themselves when everybody cried after the announcement. They know like that their player base, and like especially for Diablo fans, is on PC. They're working on something for PC. They just want to try another avenue also. Yes, it's been like 6 years that before we didn't get any news or content for a new Diablo game or whatever expansion on PC. So I get that the fans could be angry, but like, first of all, before complaining or doing anything, play the damn game.
Right.
Like, give it a chance first, and then we'll see. But yeah, I'm probably gonna try it. I just want to see like what direction they took it in. And like I said, I don't think I'm gonna be the biggest fan of it because I love the franchise, but I love it on PC. That's where I
Yeah.
discovered it. That's where I want to play it. But why not? Why not? That's my my biggest point.
Yeah. And
So I just did a hot take interview with Mr. Byte TV, and he says he enjoyed the demo on the expo floor.
10 out of 10 endorsement by the game.
Mr. Byte TV is our roving reporter from BlizzCon, so
Yes.
He didn't know it, but he is.
Can I ask like a really stupid question? Because one, I'm tired, but it's like BlizzCon every year now. Because didn't it used to be like bi-yearly?
It's most years.
It's most years. I think 2 or 3 times they've just decided not to do it for that year, but it is most years, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just because like I don't know. Like especially with Overwatch coming out and they constantly having to update it, and WoW, and then you've got Heroes as well that they keep trying to update, and Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
And
a
that's
lot of
yeah.
continuing projects that's gonna. It's not like I don't know, Ubisoft or something where they just crank out game after game after game, and like 3/4 of them are crap.
Right. And talking about Hearthstone, you mentioned Hearthstone there. I actually forgot to put Hearthstone on these slides, which is kind of funny, really.
Oh, then you
That's your
but,
game.
but they did announce the new expansion for Hearthstone, which is
Wow,
Rastakan's Rumble.
You failed Hearthstone.
You're gonna have to do something real quick here before the next slide goes.
Yeah, I was going to say that might represent my level of excitement for Rastakan's Rumble, the new expansion. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not super excited for it. I haven't really seen any of the cards yet. It might be a great expansion. I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of the last expansion, and I don't know whether I'm just kind of getting burned out on it a little bit.
Oh, Quig's drifting to Magic Arena.
I haven't
You heard
played
it here first.
I haven't played it. So in chat right now, just for those folks who are listening to that, Anka is chanting, "Ash, we want Ash, we want Ash."
Are we allowed like our own opinions on Ash?
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to flip to that slide? and
Well,
we'll
you
talk
know,
about
I'm just
Overwatch?
teasing. I'm just teasing it right now, but here it is. There you go. There's not a lot of information on here, but Overwatch new hero announced. Ash, 29th Overwatch hero. 29. I can't believe there's 29 heroes. I guess she's a member of the Deadlock Gang, which the other guy whose name I just forgot used to be.
The leader of the Deadlock
Curry.
Gang. Thank you.
She's the leader of the Deadlock Gang. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me just correct that right now. There you go. And
He's a member.
she has sidekick Bob too. So that's my amount of information, and I just want to say that Jeff did a fantastic job at the Overwatch panel, and out of all the people who made announcements, I thought he did the best job, honestly. So
For sure.
what do we think of Ash?
I don't really care for her at the moment,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, I don't know. It's like if someone was like, "Hey, we're going to make a cowboy girl," I think she'd look like that. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. Honestly, it depends how she plays in the game
Right.
compared to like all the other heroes. If she's pretty much just like a mixture of like Anna, or she won't be Anna because she's not support, but you know what I mean. Why? She looks like if you literally took her out the game, she looks like she's either from a Western or Van Helsing. Like she looks generic.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see what you're saying. I kind of like the aesthetic they've gone for, and that shotgun kind of looks badass. But
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying she doesn't look good. I'm just saying that it's not something that's creative, if that makes sense.
yeah,
It's like in the safe realm of just this is a cowboy girl.
yeah. No, I can see that.
But then again, when you've got 29 heroes, you gotta make them all look different, and they can't. So I understand
I don't know.
the joys of gaming
I guess you're right insofar as I don't think they took many risks with her design, but I still like it. And apparently it's not a shotgun, it's a Winchester rifle, so I've just been informed.
Like,
Do we have a hot take on our gameplay from BlizzCon by our super nice reporter, Mr. Bite?
Execution, have you played it? It sounds like you have a lot of details here.
Now we all just wait in silence for Execution to respond.
Stream delay.
she looks the way she does because she's a cowboy girl.
Yeah.
Like, her backstory is a bad cowboy girl.
Yeah.
Who was like, oh, McCree. And then McCree's like, hey, give me this loot. And they're like, nah, let's have a fight. And then she loses.
I did enjoy the short, though. I thought it was...
the short, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
The line was too long. Oh, it feels bad, man.
Yeah. I also like the way that Jeff kind of teased it, right? As far as which is going to be the new character. I actually thought he was going to say all of them. We're introducing all of them. But, yeah. No, I liked it. But I like the short anyway. I kind of like... I'm digging her design, even though I can see where you're coming from, Rux.
No, like I said, I'm more bothered about her mechanics than the way she looks,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Especially how Bob works as like an ultimate.
Yeah, that'd be
kind of like
interesting.
AI controlled ult.
Yeah.
So it's either, when it first comes out, it's either going to be like OP as fuck, or just like it'll run into a wall, just doing nothing.
Right.
That's how AI works.
So I'm just reading what Gadzooks is saying in here too. She's got a rifle that can hip fire and snipe. Bob has her ultimate that knocks up and fires at all of them while active. Knocks back, I'm assuming. You can shoot on the ground to make her go up in the air, so interesting. So we'll have to see. I don't play the game anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me.
You're gonna have to now.
Gonna have to now.
Play Ash, yeah.
I mean, as you know, I have played the game, but I think 5 or 6 times. So
you're an expert, is what you're saying?
that's how they describe people like me. That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Pro Overwatch.
Yeah, and we already discussed Hearthstone, even though I forgot to put that on the slides. So we'll move on from BlizzCon or TwitchCon, unless anyone else has anything to add. Was there anything else from BlizzCon I didn't mention? I didn't go into all the details, because obviously they announced a lot of details about upcoming patches for World of Warcraft and content. A lot of content they announced, honestly. But anything else big I missed that was announced?
Don't think so.
All right. So, didn't want to be left out of the party. Mixer had some announcements of their own. And they're calling this season 2, I guess, right? Starfish?
Hots did get a new hero.
Hots got a new hero.
Oh yeah. So Hots. Before we go on to that, Hots did get a new hero, original hero, right? So I think it's the first original hero.
Yes. Orphea.
Yeah. So it did look pretty cool. I don't play that game, but I dig the trailer. It was a pretty cool little clip. All right, so yeah, not MixCon because it wasn't a convention, but Mixer did have some announcements yesterday in what they're calling Mixer Season 2. And this is what I could glean from the various articles about the announcement and what Mixer had to say. So they're introducing Mixer skills, where I guess you can send animated stickers and GIFs and activate special effects, fireworks, laser shows, interactive mini games. I'm curious how all that's going to work. It's kind of... I'm assuming fireworks, just a few explosions on the screen, laser shows, same kind of thing. Interactive mini games, probably a lot of the same similar stuff to that which we see, like Streamlabs, I would imagine. But it says interactive, so I don't know whether that means interactive between different viewers, interactive between viewers and the streamer. But yeah, so that's the skills. New progression for viewers, so viewers can level up in channels. I guess they take into account chatting, using skills. You can applause comments by other viewers who are in chat. If they say something cool, I guess you can applaud them, and that gets taken into account too. And obviously the amount that you watch a stream can cause you to level up too. So you kind of get XP that it's channel specific, and then you level up within those channels, which is interesting. There are also sparks, and I guess sparks are kind of like a currency, but they're free. You don't pay for them. You earn them while you're in chat. So it looks like you earn about 2 sparks per minute from the data that I was seeing, and then you can use that to send chat stickers, which yeah, right. And then Embers, which is coming soon, similar to Sparks, except Embers are purchased using real money, and then they can be spent on skills. Now, it was a little confusing how things were worded, but I'm wondering if Sparks and Embers are really like doing the same thing. It's just between what you get for watching a stream versus what you get for purchasing currency, mixer currency. So.
I think so. I think somehow monetization is mixed in here for the streamers, and it was all very confusing.
I'm just waiting to see what other things they name after Spyro characters.
You know, I never even thought of that.
So, but yes, the whole Starfish, to your point, the whole theme of this is all these mixer announcements is monetization for streamers. It's how can Mixer enable streamers to make more money for streaming, which is kind of interesting, right? Because TwitchCon this year is all about the community, about the features that streamers in the community have really wanted for years. And it's actually, I think they actually kind of achieved that. They've taken a lot of ideas that people have put out there over the years and said, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? And they haven't listened to for years. And this year they've decided to listen to those. And then Mixer kind of following up on that is really kind of, I think some of the streamers on Mixer are frustrated about being able to monetize their streams and actually make a living off of this. So I think this is a way for them to enable their streamers to monetize their streams. So.
Well, and it's a differentiation factor too. They're trying to differentiate themselves on something other than the low stream delay, because a couple of years ago when they started, they had no stream delay and Twitch had like 30-second stream delay, and Twitch has brought theirs down so significantly at this point.
Yeah. And then the other thing that they announced was their variable bitrate and ultra low latency mode. So I don't know how much less latency you can put into a stream, but and you know, it's interesting because Starfish and I actually caught the end of a panel at TwitchCon that we didn't mean to go to. We went to the panel we wanted to go to an hour early by mistake.
Accidentally ditching somebody.
So but no, I mean, it was an accident though.
It was.
But one of the things they were talking about, that particular panel, was about buffering and bit rates and latency and that kind of stuff. We only caught the last few minutes of it, but it was the Twitch engineers were talking about how there's a trade-off, right, between everyone wants ultra low latency and low chat delay, but that causes issues with potential buffering, because if you're not maintaining a buffer, then your internet slows down, you're on wireless as a brief break, you know, then you're gonna get that kind of, you have to wait for buffering. So there's pros and cons, I guess. So yeah, so that's the exciting Mixer announcements. I think it's a little difficult sometimes for us to comment on Mixer, seeing as we're all Twitch streamers. And when you don't have...
Somebody's going to have to make the switch.
I know. Who's
going on the other side?
Who are we going to send over there?
I mean, I don't have any followers, so I can do it.
There you go. Starfish, you can get partnered with Mixer.
That'd be weird.
That would be weird.
So, all right. All right, so the last item we have on the list today is Twitch Prime November games. So it looks like there's 4 games available if you have Twitch Prime for November. And I recognize one of these. So let's just go through the list here. AER, Memories of Old. I don't know what AER stands for, or if you're supposed to pronounce it air.
It is Air.
It is Air.
Fucking
Okay.
good game.
It is. Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. I played it on stream. At some point. It's if you like figuring stuff out by yourself without basically any help of the game, go buy that one. It's a puzzle kind of game, but yeah, you really have to figure out stuff by yourself. The game doesn't give you a lot of help. So, but it's I really liked it, and it's a pretty short game. You can if you're streaming, you can probably do it in one sitting. It's between maybe 4 and 6 hours, so something like that.
Okay. Cool. Number 2, and this is the one I know of, is Overcooked, or as Anchor calls it, the true relationship killer. But yeah, so I've seen plenty of people stream this. And so Starfish, do you want to try this game with me?
I mean, do you want to like me afterward? I'm sure.
So Gadzook says, "What the hell was that noise? Did someone just make a noise? I didn't hear anything."
I don't know. I don't think.
Weird.
I didn't hear anything either.
So Gadzooks, we apologize for whatever the noise was. We didn't hear it. So.
I was clearly just replacing my system core inside my brain.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. The Pillars of the Earth, a point-and-click adventure game set in 12th century England. Anyone familiar with this?
Nope. Well, I know the game. I never played it.
I've heard of it.
Isn't The Pillars of the Earth like a really popular book?
Mm-hmm.
Probably by Ken Follett.
I've heard that it's a really good game / book, so but I've never played it myself.
Yeah. And then Overload. Now this one really interested me. I haven't played it, but it says the ultimate zero-gravity first-person shooter from the creators of Descent. Boy, did I play Descent a lot when I was small. I loved that game, man. I would play that for just hours and hours and hours and hours. So that was awesome. But anyway, I haven't played Overload, but sounds like it's probably similar.
What? I don't remember what. Oh, I was fucking 3 years old. Yeah, no, I don't think
You
I
don't
remember this.
Oh, well.
1994. Well,
That sounds about right, yeah. I played the crap out of that game. Yeah. So those are your free Twitch Prime November games, if you still have Twitch Prime. So go get them. Yeah. All right. Well, that's about all I have on the agenda for today. Anything else we should cover, guys?
The UK destroyed the USA in the Overwatch World Cup.
That's right. You told me about that. I didn't watch the Overwatch World Cup, but
I've never been so happy in my life.
that's awesome.
Like, just from my perspective, because the USA went into it basically thinking they were the best, and clearly didn't even practice to play against the UK because they wanted to beat Korea, and then lost to the UK, who weren't even rated as a good team.
Nice. That's awesome.
It's great.
Very cool. All right. Well, I think that's it for this week. So thank you for listening, everybody. Appreciate your contributions in chat today. And
I also just want to say on Rox's point, Canada kicked UK's ass for the third place. Just want to say. All right.
I just want to say that the UK had like no pro players, so you got beaten by China, who also has no pro players.
Hey, dude! At least it was close. Okay, it was like we lost 3-0. Shut it.
we lost 2-0 to South Korea, who won the tournament, and we got 2 draws against them. So shut up.
We still won bronze, man. Suck it. All right, bye.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for listening.
Go stick with your carding.
We hope you enjoyed the cast. I'm Quigabyte. Thanks go to Giga Rux and Starfish. We have been PodChamp Podcast. That's PodChamp, PodCast. Follow us on Twitter and follow all of our channels on Twitch. We love you all. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Boy.
Boy.
Get good.